Two teams battling it out for the last remaining place in the 1-to-1 Energy Grand Slam final. Both have won it before, but only one can continue on. All the action to come right here in Gstaad. Hello and welcome to Switzerland for this FIVB Beach Volleyball SWATCH World Tour Grand Slam semi-final. Clayton Lucas here with you as the USA's Todd Rogers and Phil Dalhausser take on Germany's Jonas Breckermann and Julius Brink. Weather conditions, just about perfect really. Some cloud around, but certainly none over centre court. It's nice and warm. There's a bit of a breeze, but certainly not enough to affect any of the action on centre court. Two teams just going through the final phases of their warm-up. Phil Dalhausser and Todd Rogers, well, their form has slipped of late, hence their number 4 seeding for this event. And for Julius Brink and Jonas Reckermann of Germany, they are seeded 2. First glimpse of the wrecking ball, making a set for Julius Brink. Jonas Reckermann wearing the number 2 top. He'll be doing the blocking in the partnership. Took a year out, season before last, to have shoulder surgery, but now fully fit, back in the action. Julius Brink, the defender and the player tasked with most of the side-out duty. Nobody tends to go after Jonas Reckermann because at 2 meters tall and with a devastating spike, he's very difficult to stop. And for Dalhausser, well, see the strapping on his ankle. He's just putting some electrolyte stuff into his water. Todd Rogers, you've heard it many times before, but for those of you that haven't, he's known as the Professor because of the way he thinks his way around the court, the way he prepares for the match. In charge from Brazil, Maria Villas-Boas. And on the sound, Great Britain's very own Damien Searle. We wish those two the very best of luck. We'll know if they've had a good game because we won't be talking about them anymore. Two teams about to step onto court who have both won here in Gstaad. The defending champions, Dalhausser and Rogers, up against the team who won in 2009. Julius Brink then comes out onto court to receive his applause. 8 career wins, $600,000 in the bank. Born in Munster, resides in Kiel, and his playing partner, 32 years of age, 2 meters tall. Jonas Reckermann, known as the Wrecking Ball, $630,000 to his name, 6 career wins.
Representing the United States of America.
World champions in 2009.
1.88 meters tall, 20 gold medals. Please welcome
up against the team from the USA, Todd Rogers, $705,000 to go with his 20 career wins.
2007 Olympic champion, 2008 defending champion in Gstaad, together with player number 2.
And his playing partner, Phil Dalhausser, the thin beast he's referred to as, just under $560,000, 19 career wins. A first here in 2007 and again last year with Todd Rogers. A blip in 2009 where they finished 5th. They're certainly going to go one better than that. But will they be getting themselves into the final? They both step onto court equal, but only one will walk away victorious. The first set of this second semi-final about to get underway. Germany playing in yellow, the USA playing in blue. It's Julius Brink with the serve. The crowd are ready, the players are ready. So too the officials. First set is underway. Well, that was unlucky. Nice touch from Reckermann, but the touch is always taking the ball away from him. And even with his pace, he's unable to keep the ball in play. So, a bright start for the USA, 2-0 up.
Und auf den nächsten Punkt geht an die USA. Breakpoint, 2-0.
Rogers with the serve. Big spread block from Dalhausser, not quite working. He's definitely the best blocker on tour. In fact, the top 5 would be Dalhausser, Allison, Reckermann, Ricardo, and Fabio. Although Fabio taking some time out at the moment. Great swing. And that's what these guys can do. Those of you that watched the first semi-final will have seen Allison doing exactly the same thing for Brazil. Dalhausser doing it for the USA. Reckermann does it for Germany. Ricardo also for Brazil, and Fabio. That ability with that height just to go off of 1 foot standing jump and still put the ball down like it's a warm-up spike. Good leave, early call from Jonas Reckermann. And Brink paying attention.
Ist zum 10. Mal hier bei uns zu Gast. Einmal Dritter, einmal Sieger.
Serve's not quite hitting the mark at the moment for either side.
4-3.
Interestingly enough, it's some interesting head-to-head facts with these two. Dalhausser's and Roger lead 7-4 in the series, but Brink and Reckermann's wins have been in Grand Slams and World Championship matches. So the important ones seem to be the ones that Germany win. World Champs 2009, Brink and Reckermann beat Rogers and Dalhausser in the semi-finals, 15-10 in the third, as Reckermann serves. Then Brink and Reckermann beat them in the Beijing Grand Slam, and then again in the World Championships this year to knock them out, 18-16 in the third. That's always a danger when you block and spread block and it hits you on the edge. You've got no idea where it's going. And don't be surprised to see Reckermann's hat and glasses come off, and even Dalhausser's for that matter. They may have massive spread blocks, but if you do go in between the arms, you're likely to score points. First ace. And at the moment, the USA aren't giving anything for Germany to get fired up about. They're keeping it quite flat, quite dull. And they are keeping the points ticking along nicely. Well, that's a 1 in 10 serve into the corner. I don't think Brink will be too bothered by that. You talk about the 1 in 10 means if he tried that another 9 times, he wouldn't have the same result. 84 kilometers an hour with the serve. Pretty tasty, but Brink able to deal with it effectively. One thing you'll notice about both teams is once the action stops, once the whistle goes for the end of the point, both of them wander around the court like unhappy teenagers, moping around, just conserving energy really. They're not unhappy. That's a great pickup, but it's under the net. And Germany come back with some good serving of their own. Dalhausser not moving his feet, unable to contain the ball, and even with Rogers off on the long run, he can't keep it in play. Reckermann waits at the net. Brink with the serve. Nice play from Germany. They're getting themselves back into this one. And since Dalhausser had hurt his ankle, everybody's been going after him now. And that's why Germany are going after Dalhausser. He's not quite as high as he was. He's not hitting quite as hard as he was. And it's a sport where there is no mercy. If you're injured and you're not at full speed, well, everyone's going to go after you. Any advantage will be taken. Trying to give it everything, but doesn't find the court. Well, you don't become world champions without having a very good arsenal of weapons in the locker in terms of hitting ability. It's not just about hitting hard, it's about coming up with these types of shots. Well disguised, well put away. But Rogers too has the same shots in his locker. Has a look, goes up, roll shot coming, but where? Well, you don't know until he's hit it. No one down the line except for the ball. Dalhausser. This time Brink waits and then unloads very quickly, changing his tempo. All the top players will sometimes show that moment of stillness in the air, as if someone's pressed the pause button on the television, and then they explode into life with the attack. And in order to be able to do that, you've got to have really strong core stability to hold yourself in the air. And Brink not happy with that. Volleyball wants another one. Wonderful set, excellent finish. Well, Dalhausser voted best setter 2010, and that's why. Side on, still moving, and that ball came out as sweet as you can want. No spin, no movement, on a plate with Parsley for Rogers to put away. Another brilliant set, although that joust looked like it was going to be Reckermann who won it, and unfortunately not. Brink off and running, but couldn't be accurate with his play to get it back to Reckermann. And Dalhausser tidies up at the net. Nice reactions from Rogers. Brilliant setting, as you expect from Dalhausser, and then great strength from Rogers to beat Reckermann. And even though he's out of position at the net, able to put the ball away. Net touch against Dalhausser. Pressing across the net, getting too close to it. Nothing wrong with the setting. And luckily for Brink, it was a net touch because the ball missed the sideline. Line was the call. Dalhausser ignored Rogers, went cross court. And even though they keep the lead, it's not comfortable at the moment for the Americans as we hit the technical timeout.
Linie wollen. Swatch Volleyball zum Aussuchen.
Nice view of just how high these guys getting out of the sand, and also technically how they move. That was the first point of the game. That was a delightful cut shot, actually. You just get to see the athleticism and the power that these guys are able to exert and how quickly they can move on the sand. I mean, for most of us, it's difficult enough to walk, isn't it? But to be able to do things like that, it's pretty special. Strapping is getting heavier and heavier for Dalhausser. He's starting to look like an NFL football player with all that tape around his foot. Just trying to keep it completely immobile. It's a sprain that he picked up in Beijing. And the trouble is, you don't get any time to recuperate when it's mid-season. You go from one event to another to another. So he's constantly icing it, constantly strapping it up. Constantly having to deal with the pain. Great serve from Reckermann. That one going across Dalhausser and into Rogers. Both watching each other, both leaving it. And Germany have levelled. Nice up from Brink. Oh, what a shot that was. That looked for all the world as if Dalhausser had that blocked. How on earth did Reckermann do that? Great pickup. And then somehow, Reckermann able to fire his arm through that, falling backwards. That's a wonderful spike. Chases on. But Brink can't quite get there. The trouble with running on the sand is you can't change your angles and run like you can indoors because your foot doesn't take purchase in the sand. It moves away, so you end up running in a kind of a semi-circle. So you're always just that little bit slower than you'd like to be. Brink wipes the glasses, gets ready, sets himself. It's a routine. All the players have a routine. They're all different, but they have one. You watch Brink up with the arms and the ball. Gets himself set. It's a bit like a golfer over a ball before he strikes it. Straight through Reckermann. Lovely. Excellent rainbow shooter just over the top of the block and over the top of Rogers. He'd made a move, and then actually if he stayed where he was, he probably would have got it, wouldn't he? Great work. Dalhausser reacting with a little help from Rogers, screaming at him that the ball was going to be short from the serve. Now, I've got my suspicions this is going to be a 2-1 game. And if it isn't, if it's 2-0, it's going to be close. It's proving to be close at 14 all. And each time a team have moved in front, the other one's pegged them back. Couldn't generate the power he would have liked because he had to hit left-handed. Dalhausser, and he's a right-handed player, and that gave Germany the chance, which they take.
Führt die Brasilianer schon mit 7 Punkten Vorsprung im ersten Semifinal. Hier geht's Punkt für Punkt. Kein Team kann sich absetzen. Die kennen sich natürlich auch gut aus den bisherigen Begegnungen.
Nice serve. Well, Dalhausser doesn't really like to move his feet, especially to the left. And instead, he collapsed a little bit like Bambi on ice as this one came to him. You could see everything was on his right side and nothing at all on his left, not able to contain the pace of the ball. So Brink makes a breakthrough for Germany against the USA. 2 points the difference. This time, Dalhausser able to control the ball and put it away. This is a whole new experience for Dalhausser, spending a season with everybody going after him, when normally everyone goes after Todd Rogers. He's having to find his hitting game once again. But Brink knows what it's all about to have to side out for his team. Good pick up. Just missing on the sideline. Only the sand splash has hit the line, not the ball. Rogers taking as long as he can to get ready. That's going to get the referee upset if he's not careful. 12 seconds between rallies before the next serve has to come in. Good work from Brink in the wrong position, but somehow able to make something happen. He got stuck right behind Reckermann, and luckily for them, the ball went straight through Reckermann's arms. And as such, there was Brink right behind him. Oh, that was close. Rogers left it. I'm not sure how confident he was about it going out, but he does go out. But the USA have to find some points from somewhere. Serving line's a good place. Dalhausser with a decent serve if he can get it working. Goes with the jump float. And Brink with an easy line roll. Plenty of room for him to work with. Very narrow block this time from Dalhausser. Something in the sand, upsetting Brink. So we'll go again. And it upset him too much. 3 point for the USA. Nice cut shot from Brink. And now it's set point for Germany. Really important shot. Gets the cut on the ball and gets it down in front of Rogers. Reckermann will serve and come through to block. Reckermann jumped out of the way. Rogers gets the side out. They save the first set point. But 2 excellent opportunities here for Germany. And time delay warning against Brink. He won't be too fussed with that. Dalhausser with the serve. Brink for the set. Rogers is on it. They're scrambling. It's going to be a free ball and another chance here for Brink. And this time the cut shot successful. Germany take the first set 21-18. They've got 1 foot in the final. Great play by Germany. They hung in there, battled hard. Brink hit very, very sensibly and come up with some excellent shots. And then goes back with the cross-court cut again. Rogers beaten. Just very upset with himself, really. He got fooled into going to the line. So the defending champions on the ropes at the moment. Germany looking as cool and calm as you like. No flies on Brink. So the lines judges get the court looking lovely. The players get themselves reset. The crowd get the wave going. Everybody's happy here in Gstaad. Except possibly the USA, as they lost the first set. But they'll be thinking there's still a way to go yet. This game is by no means over. Second set about to begin. The USA serving. Dalhausser with the ball. Germany getting ready to receive. Great chase from Brink. Free ball. And Rogers saying that's gone outside the antenna. But nobody's spotting it. It looked like it stayed inside the antenna from where I'm looking. The slow-mo may give us a better view if we get a slow-mo, but the referee's happy with what she saw. It came right in front of her face, and she's happy it was inside the antenna. And you just wonder, why is he still going on about this? They've won the point. It's finished. It's not going to change. But he's letting himself drift away. His focus already is not where it should be. And that's not good for Todd Rogers. If his focus and attention drifts away from the volleyball, they could find themselves in some trouble here. No trouble for Reckermann as he puts that one down. Easy leave. Good pick up. Just not quite happening for Todd Rogers. And he knows it. Normally that would have been a point for the USA without any question at all. The ball off the block and out by Dalhausser. And he'll get the opportunity to serve. Cracking serve, and really well shown as well from the jib cam. You can see that ball going straight down the middle. And when you get a ball that bisects two players perfectly, neither of them really know who's going to play it. Someone has to make a decision. If you don't make it quickly enough, both of you look at each other, both of you back off, and it's an ace. Sometimes called the husband and wife serve because of the lack of communication. But they make up for it. Brink-Reckermann back on speaking terms as that ball goes down the line. And we have our first end change. Every multiple of 7, the teams will move from one side of the court to the other on the beach, and that's just so the weather conditions are shared by both teams. In terms of where the sun is shining, it might be, well, it's on the German team's backs now, it's into the USA's faces. And that does affect the way that you can see the ball and the way things happen. So both teams need to experience it so that it's fair. Nice work from Dalhausser. Good pick up for Brink, but it's not going to come back into play. Reckermann took one look at that and thought, nope, I'm never going to make that. Reckermann over the top of Dalhausser. It is the USA who have the lead. It's Germany who are going to have to try and wrestle it back. Straight through his arms. Field goal for Reckermann. Nicely done. Reckermann thought for a second that might have been going out. Left it, didn't put his hand up at this as Dalhausser goes with the pokey.
Team of the year of the last season, Dalhausser Rogers.
Massive block from Dalhausser. To say Brink's setting left a lot to be desired. That's just a wonderful block. The net cam showing just how far across the net Dalhausser gets, so how far he is, how close he is to the ball when it's actually spiked. And also, therefore, the angles that he's able to close down as a result. And another massive block from Dalhausser. And Germany in trouble now. It's excellent as well. I just have you a picture as we get another look at that and how far across the net he gets. There's a big screen in the corner of the court with the timeout sign on it, and every time a block's made, it's a picture of Dalhausser making it. It's quite funny when he's actually on court making a block for real. Players prefer that kind of a serve, the one that goes up and down, because there's a trajectory. You know what the arc of the ball's doing, you know where it's going to land, you know where you have to put yourself in position. The jump float serves are the more tricky ones, where they come at you on a flat line because you can't think, where's that going to drop? It's difficult to predict.
Dalhausser, Julius kämpft noch ein bisschen mit einem Insekt.
Very good shot from Brink. High and hard and into the corner. Nice cut from Rogers. He just saw Brink moving in his peripheral vision to his right, knew he had the line or the cross court from where he was, just cupping his hand on the top of the ball to get the top spin and bring it down quickly. Brink tried the same, but didn't have the same results. Well, you get the feeling that we're going to go to a deciding set. Hard to see how Germany are going to get these 6 points back, especially if Brink does any more of those. Line blocks called by Dalhausser as they try to shut Brink down. He didn't take enough line though. Poor blocking from Dalhausser. Top serve. When they get that right, that's their way back into the match, no question of that. Dalhausser just doesn't move his legs. So anything left or right of him, he's going to struggle with, especially if it's a decent serve like that last one from Reckermann. Straight at him though, not so much of a problem. Brink ran out of the way very quickly and the space opened up equally as quick for Dalhausser to go into. Watch Brink defending behind, off he goes, too early, and that made up Dalhausser's mind. An example there where Dalhausser didn't reach up onto the ball, didn't take it at its highest point, and therefore his contact point was of a similar height to the net, which is why the net got in the way. You've always got to reach up on the ball. The idea being, if you think about and visualize what you're doing and what your arm's doing, your elbow should be coming past your ear as you make contact with the ball, and that way you'll know you're taking it at your absolute highest point. If your hand is coming past your ear, then you know it's too low. Nice play. Oh, that was unlucky. Good chase from Reckermann as he brought the ball back into play outside the antenna. It was there for Brink to have a swing on. Went outside. Damien Searle running for cover. Comes back outside and then Brink's there. But really, a very poor hit. Off and running. You're allowed to go through the net, under the net, into the court of the other team, as long as you don't interfere with play. Just didn't quite get the contact, did he? Oh, come off of his fingers, didn't get his palm of his hand on the ball, and that's why it went out. Technical timeout is upon us in the second set. The dancing girls looking like butterflies on court, and the teams taking to the seats. Butterflies or nymphs or fairies, whatever you want to call them. USA are in the driving seat in the second set. They lost the first set. It's the first to 21. If we go to a decider, it's the first to 15. And then the end changes are on multiples of 5 points. No technical timeout in the deciding set. However, each team still gets a timeout should they require it, as they do in the first 2 sets. Rogers with the serve. Nice angle from Reckermann. Dalhausser the target. Just moving that across him into Rogers, making it difficult for them to play. Oh, that was unlucky. Reckermann's gone up, but didn't get his hands across the net. He had him straight up above him. He was looking to go with a swipe at the ball. And then when you watch this, look at the gap between him and the net. That's why it's gone down his side, because of that gap. He didn't get his hands across the net. And Searle the space. That's a little bit too wide. Has to go cross court. Rogers waiting. And Dalhausser tidies up. They know in an instant, as soon as the ball goes past the antenna, well, it can't go line because it would be outside. Has to be cross court. And Rogers knew that straight away. He got himself in the right position to make defense up high to the middle of court. And then Dalhausser puts it down. This time there is a line available for Dalhausser, for Reckermann, and he takes it.
10 Punkte Deutschland, 15 Punkte bei Vereinigten Staaten. Service bei Julius Brink.
Brink. Again, Reckermann is making touches, but not ones that are yielding points for Germany, ones that are making him frustrated. This one straight into the zone where Dalhausser likes to pass. A very narrow block from Reckermann. Didn't really reach and force the ball with his right shoulder. It was more of a lateral movement of his shoulder, right shoulder going down instead of forwards. Unforced error from Germany, and you've got to say this set's pretty much done and dusted now. It should be the USA's. We should be going to a decider. Another end change, another point for Germany, but the lead is still evident for the USA. And a couple of side outs from them. Pretty much all but do it for this second set. Reckermann. Good call by the referee, Carey. Dalhausser was getting lower and lower as he began to limbo under the net and then try and make the set. Look how close he is to the floor. He's way, way down and then throws it up into the air. Carey calls, good call. Germany cannot take advantage.
Spielt über 2,43 Meter und das ist Punkt Nummer 18 für Dalhausser.
Massive block from Dalhausser to back up the very good serve. Reckermann was trying to turn and go to the line, but he got himself under the ball, too tight to the net. And Dalhausser was all over him.
Third block in the match, 19-12.
Hurry-up offense. First time they've used it. Successful it was with the line drive. But it's a very risky play because your options are limited. There was only a line shot there for Reckermann. Brink just waiting for the ball. Well, chasing the game, trying hard to make something happen. A mistake has crept in, and it's now set points for the USA. Great touch from Dalhausser, and the second set goes the way of the USA. We're tied, and we're going to go into a deciding set to see who is going to go through to the final.
mit der langsamen Welle. Wir beginnen wieder auf der lauernden Tribüne. Alle nehmen Platz, gemütlich und wir stehen.
So now it becomes a race to 50. The captains go and toss the coin again with the ref. Have another look at this block. Dalhausser goes up after Brink, and the pokey not high enough. It's well within Dalhausser's reach, and the USA take the set. Don't adjust your sets. This is a slow motion Mexican wave. They're going to be up against it now, but they probably fancy their chances in this race to 15. A couple of good points early on, and it could well be their match. But something has to give. The 2010 champions against the 2009 champions. Only one space left in the final. Somebody's going to miss out. Here we go then. Start of the deciding set. USA with the serve. Dalhausser with the ball. Germany in yellow receiving. Oh, goodness me, Dalhausser can't believe it. The ball was overpassed, it came steaming in. He tried to send it up and over the stands, and he's missed the sideline. He's way up there, and then he's cut it out. Goodness me. Oh, a lucky escape for Germany. Brink with the serve. Unbelievably, no call at all from the referee for that set from Dalhausser. He's good, but he's not that good. He comes up with a block. So all square. Just dropping the arm into the cross court. Brink can do nothing about it. Another massive block from Dalhausser. Dangerous times here for Germany. USA pressing hard at the net. And Brink needs to hit a lot smarter than that. Cross-court block signalled against Brink. Line block signalled against Reckermann. Brink drifting out past the ball, drifting past the block, but failing then to cut the ball back in and find the baseline. I said about Germany getting a quick couple of points. It's the USA who've done that. It's the USA in the driving seat. Rogers with the serve, same target, looking for the same outcome, blocking cross-court. But Rogers still on the move, couldn't contain it.
Volleyball SWATCH World Tour.
Brink's there, doesn't need to be. Ball doesn't make it over the net. And we're back level again. Well watched by Brink, he had it covered. And that could have gone anywhere, couldn't it? Brink was off running to the cross-court. Reckermann's touch took it away from him, but Reckermann then didn't know where it had gone once he touched it. He was looking around to see where Brink was, but he was out of the picture. Brilliant ace serve from Dalhausser. His best serve of the match, 84 kilometres an hour. It wasn't so much the pace, it was the precision. Straight down the middle. Point USA.
Ace number 4.
Excellent work, Reckermann taking on Dalhausser and winning. The battle of the giants at the net, up at the penthouse. Brink with the serve. Deep jump float serve, and it pays dividends. I was wondering when he was going to bring that to the party. He used it a lot at the World Championships to great effect. Stands right back, jump float serve on a straight line. Ball's travelling a long way. And he gets a touched ace.
Unterstützt dabei, damit das Spiel schnell weitergeht. Es ist hochdramatisch, es steht 5:5. Wer zieht hier ins Finale 2011?
This time he brings it close to the baseline. And it doesn't work.
Ganz kurz, aber bleibt auf der eigenen Seite mit seinem Service 6:5. US taking the lead again.
Good work from Brink, wriggling his way past the block. Had to really adjust his position and lean to the left. Gets the job done. That was a well-worked play. Rogers going up with the bump set in order for Dalhausser to go over on 2. Dalhausser looking for another ace from his jump serve. This time, though, right onto Brink, well passed by him. And a clever play with the line roll shot from Brink. It's an interesting action from Brink. He almost, it's like he's shooting a basketball, the way that he plays his shot. Doesn't really open the shoulders up, keeps them facing the net, and then shoots at the ball. Has the desired outcome. Brink with a desperate attempt to keep it in play. And the ball taking a deflection off the top of the net, and that held it in the air a little bit longer, but Brink's going with the wrong arm. He's got to go with his left. In the end, he just looked like a turtle trying to find his way to the beach. Rogers. Excellent play from Reckermann. He too has got an arsenal of shots which aren't just hit hard, hit harder, and hit harder still. Perfect shot, corner to corner. Nobody there, and Rogers goes with a cut shot. Brink read it. And Brink has played it beautifully. And Germany move in front. No block. Rogers should have been looking to absolutely cane that. He's played a cut shot. Brink's read it and then come back with a cut shot of his own. Germany lead 9-8. That's better from Rogers. He enjoyed that one. Fist pump from him as he gets past Reckermann's block and finds the baseline. It's a wonderful shot. Dalhausser back it up with a point from the serving line. He'll be hoping to. Looking for that space in between the two players. Serving straight down the middle. Goes with the jump float. Good touch. Chance here. Great pickup. Still in play. Excellent rally. And it's blown out of court by Dalhausser, and Germany move 10-9 in front. Dalhausser falling backwards, got himself under the ball. Wonderful defense on both sides. Excellent play from Brink. That's how you go to the ball when you're going to the right side with your right hand. And then Dalhausser panicked. Haley Waldridge, the line judge, just about getting out of the way. And Brink again gets a time delay. 12 seconds in between points, that's all you're allowed, unless you got sand in your eye. No sand in Brink's eye, just took his time. Took too long. Great cut. Well, I say it was a cut. It was a swipe cross-court, straight over the top of Reckermann by Dalhausser. Made to look all the more spectacular because it caught a little furrow in the sand. It shot straight up in the air. 10 each. It's getting tense out there on court. Line block signalled by Dalhausser as they go after Brink once again. And that time, Brink gets it right through Dalhausser's hands. And that's because Dalhausser went with a spread block left and right, didn't really throw his hands across the net towards the ball. Reckermann now with the serve. Good pick up, chases on, but Reckermann knows he's not going to make it. And saving energy, didn't want to go after the impossible. Sees where it's going, thinks about it, and then decides, no, I'm not going to get there. Someone's got to make a breakthrough. If we get to 14 all, we'll just keep going till someone gets too clear. If we get to 14 all. Lovely play from Brink. Rogers not reading that one. Just trying to make his platform as big as possible to contain the ball. And then again, that cut shot. As soon as his left arm drops low like that, he's coming with a cut shot. Rogers not reading it, though. This time, Brink leaving his station very early. The scoreboard just keeps ticking over. 1 point each side. Nothing to separate them at the moment. 1 set all, 12 points all. First to 15 wins, but you've got to win by 2 clear points. Both teams in the zone. Massive block from Dalhausser. He wins the joust between he and Reckermann. That could be the decisive point. Look at that, they're up there so high, and then they both watch, they both look, and it lands in. Rogers plows a furrow down the centre of the court, off the baseline for his run-up, for his jump float serve. Reckermann finds a lovely angle cross-court. But it's advantage with USA, because if they side this out, they get the first shot at match point. Great swing from Rogers under immense pressure. And the USA have a match point. And it's Dalhausser who's going to get the chance to serve. And you've got to be thinking here, Rogers is going to go and say to him, look, mate, go for it. Go for it. Let's see what happens. Is he going to go for it? He does indeed go for it. Reckermann's on the chase. He keeps it in play. It's going to be a free ball for the USA. And it doesn't come over, and that's it. Dalhausser went for it, and Germany are out. The USA are through to the final. A moment of brilliance from Dalhausser. And Germany will have to contend for bronze. The USA will be defending their crown in the final. A job well done in the end, the Dalhausser. Confirmation of the score for you, 21-18 to Germany, and then the USA bouncing back 21-13, 15-13, and this is how it was done. A full-on Dalhausser serve towards the left of Brink. He tried desperately to keep it in play. Reckermann with an excellent run. He was off. He was not going to give up on that one. Brings it back, and then Brink knew he had to make it tricky, tried to go short, and he's gone too short, and that's it. It's all over. The USA are through to the final. Well, a fabulous match with a very entertaining conclusion. It was always going to be close. I always felt it would be 2-1 in favour of the USA. It lived up to its billing. They're through to the final. Germany will contend for bronze. The two semi-finals have now concluded here in Gstaad. There'll be two more matches to come. Here are the highlights for this game. And in fact, Todd Rogers lost his wedding ring trying to find it here. That was lucky. I mean, it could have gone anywhere. It wasn't his wedding. It was his the tape he puts on his finger. So if it had been his wedding ring, he'd never have found that. It'd be like looking for a contact lens. The wedding ring firmly intact. He'll get some new tape for the final for his hand, no doubt. Well, they can relax now. They're through to the final. One more game to play to see if they can hold on to the crown they won in 2010. And, well, what a game it was. It was a war of attrition, really. A couple of good points here and there, which was the difference. And here are the highlights for you. Well, we hope you've enjoyed the volleyball here from centre court. The two semi-finals are concluded. We know that Germany are going to compete for bronze and the USA for gold. But whether or not Poland or Brazil made it through to the final, you'll have to wait and see. Join us again very shortly when we'll have the bronze medal match and the gold medal match for you. Until then, from myself, Clayton Lucas, it's time to say goodbye.